Hi, my name is Sheila Willis of Impact Tourism, the developer of the History Check mobile app. Welcome to History Bytes, your daily dose of Alberta Historical Trivia, brought to you in partnership with Belt Drive Betty Media and the Canadian Motorcycle Tourism Association. You can register to answer the questions for a shot to win prizes, or just take the quiz to satisfy your own brain power. Either way, we're excited to see how much of Alberta's history you really know. And yesterday's question was, which former boxer trapped a mountie? Is it A, Mike McCoole, B, Bill Burns, or C, John L Sullivan? And the answer is B, Bill Burns. That was sort of a trick question, as Bill boxed, but in the late 1800s was involved in the boxing circuit with some then very well-known boxers or pugilists. He even found himself on a steamer once with Samuel Clemens or Mark Twain before he was a famous author, as well as General Lew Wallace, best known for authoring Ben Hur. The guy had quite the adventures. There's a booklet that can be found online at Peel's Prairie Province's University of Alberta Libraries called Incidents in the Life of John L Sullivan and Other Famous People from 50 Years Ago, as related by William C. Burns, blind. As with many stories or people from Alberta's past, the details are sketchy and you find a hint here and a hint there of their existence. Bill is one of those fellows, but as the acknowledgments to his friends in the book take up an entire page and are from all parts of the north above Edmonton, the man really got around. Around 1911, he ended up taking up homestead by the junction of the Salto and Lesser Slave Rivers. He liked a nip or two at the time, and you needed to receive a permit for liquor. This permit amount wasn't enough for Bill, so he was in a battle of wits with a constable at Mirror Landing who thought it should be enough. In other words, it was likely Bill was brewing his own. Bill and his friends decided to set a trap for the mountie, literally. They set up some traps in the bush wired to a stump, knocked the bottom out of a barrel, and carefully placed it over top. Straw to hide the traps and a few gin bottles laying around completed the setup. Bill and his friends then made a bunch of trips up and down the path to make it, quote-unquote, well-worn, and then placed themselves nearby to fish. In the meantime, an anonymous letter had been sent to the mountie telling him of this still that Bill had. It didn't take long for the mountie to come along, discover the path, and head on up it. The fisherman heard a low yell, some cursing, and cries for help as the mountie found himself trapped at the still. With a lot of trouble, Bill and his pals finally managed to get through the thick brush, and after being completely mystified as to how the mountie found himself in this predicament, they finally released him. I'm not sure how the mountie took his revenge, or if he did at all. One of those fun little stories of Alberta's history, except for the mountie. So tomorrow's question is, Staff Sergeant Lessange of the Royal Northwest Mounted Police died in the line of duty by A, car accident, B, lightning, or C, shooting. Come back tomorrow for the answer and the story that goes along with it. Then we'll load you up with the next question. Enjoy!